what is up inside dudes? Dean here. Welcome back to some more of the Call of Duty Infinite Warfare beta, and I almost said Call of Duty Black Ops 3, like I was so close, just so used to saying that. But yeah, this is the beta, and in the background we are playing on the map Terminal using the Karma SMG. Now, I really like this SMG, but for some reason, and I don't know why, I have to use it with an iron sight. If I don't use an iron sight, I mean an optic. If I don't use this weapon without an optic, if I just use the iron sights, I've struggled with it just mightily, and I don't know why. Like, the iron sights are not bad on it, but for some reason I need the optic. It just makes me that much better with this weapon. Alright, so we're not really going to be talking about the Karma. Maybe we can do that in another video. I'd prefer to kind of save most of the weapons for when the final build comes out, or the actual game, and we see some patches, but Karma's pretty good. Let's talk about what the best perk in the beta was, and what will probably be the best perk in the game, barring some patches and some changes, which we'll get to that. It probably needs some patches and some changes in the final build, in the actual release. And that perk is Ghost. Ghostly Ghost. Now, Ghost is really powerful in this game because of how much UAV spam there is at the moment. I mean, the streaks are not very good, and that's another issue in its own right, that they probably need to buff all these streaks a little bit. So people are using the UAV. It's so fast pace of a game, so it's difficult to get the streaks, and they're not very good. So like it just seems like, why wouldn't you run a UAV? But the issue is we're running into where this game is almost like, and I got quickscoped by a freaking sniper there while I was in my Tiger Cat mode, or whatever the hell this thing's called, the Reaper mode, which is just dumb. But yeah, like there's no reason to not run a UAV, and it seems like there's no counter to it. It's a lot like the Black Ops 1 version of Ghost. Actually, it's exactly like the Black Ops 1 version of Ghost, where you don't have to be moving for the perk to work. Now, I think that their thought process of this is this game is really fast paced, so people are going to be moving regardless, so screw it, why change it? But we're running into an issue where nobody's on the mini-map, and it's very much like Black Ops 1, which honestly, Black Ops 1, that's another discussion for another day, but that was a great game, and it probably would have been the best Call of Duty of all time had it not had the issues with Ghost and Last Stand. So Ghost right now, to me, it needs to be changed for the final build. It's very much the most powerful perk in the game. It allows you to flank so much, so well, and you don't need to have the silencer now. I mean, the silencer helps in terms of staying off the radar, of course, but there's no counter for Ghost that I know. If there is, it's a payload trait, or the advanced UAV will potentially balance that, or counter that, I should say. I would assume that the advanced UAV will, but there's no perk that counters Ghost right now, and there needs to either be a perk that counters Ghost, or Ghost needs to be toned down just a bit, where you have to be moving to keep you off the radar. And just that in its own right seemed to keep people's incentive down of using it in Black Ops 3, because I didn't see a ton of Ghost users. There were definitely Ghost users in the game, but it seemed like there was other perks being used for that particular game, and it just needs to be adjusted. It's very, very powerful. Dexterity is a great perk, but other than that, I don't see any other perk that's just like stands out like Ghost. Ghost is by far the best in the game. It's very powerful, and to me it feels like a crutch perk. I know that in previous games, Dead Silence or Awareness have been the crutch perks that you always really wanted to run on your class. I mean, you can always, of course, get away with it, but it feels too powerful to me, and I want to know your guys' opinion. Do you guys think that it's too powerful? I think that there can be an argument to be made that, like, you know, in this particular gameplay, I think I'm not using a silencer, so I'm still appearing on the radar and not coming up. But just moving around, I have freedom. I can do whatever I want to this team, because they're not going to see me with their UAVs, and they're spamming them as hard as they can. They're trying their best, because the UAV is so easy to get in the game, and it's just like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of how Ghost is. I don't know why we went back to this style. Like I said, I think it's probably they thought maybe, you know, the game's going to be so fast-paced anyway. Like, why not just have it so you don't have to move, make it one step easier? But it seems like that's just, it doesn't seem smart to me, really. It just does not seem smart. So, yeah, that's it for the gameplay. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below your opinions of Ghost. Do you think it needs to be modified? Do you think it needs to be changed? And do you think it is the most powerful perk in the game right now? Because, really, I think it is. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the comments below. Peace.